fighting through the second circle, the party arrives in a treasure hoard, their rings melding into their body, the gold glistening with the purple shine of magic in the room. The party loads up on gold and treasure as they head into the daylight. What will they find next in their adventure? Will it be more monsters? Potentially a carnival? Join us next week to find out just how whimsical the fairy realms might be. And we're live. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. I have a beautiful view of just my forehead, Jez.
Oh no, I'll fix it. I've just realised this.
There's a lot of forehead
I don't
action
know what
right
you've
there.
done. You've done something crazy with your camera.
That's the battle map, isn't it?
Yeah. No, this is the battle map right here. Just
I'll fix it.
My head's
You
small,
carry
I
on.
don't know
Carry
about
on.
no, beautiful. Thank you, Jez. As always, your technical support is astounding. So this week we are back in Trinkasha, and we are on the verge of a sort of new arc. Oh, there we go. Look at that. My beautiful paws are now zoomed out. We are going to be jumping into the next arc of our adventure. Thank you so much for the host there, MVCDM.
Wood.
Yes, thanks for the host.
And we'll be jumping into an arc tonight that will be based around the newly released adventure, which is the Witchlight Carnival.
Nope, I'm out.
Hey, sometimes we just churn. It's fine. We lose some. So tonight we'll be looking at some of that, and we'll be jumping into first a little bit of downtime to figure out what the characters have been doing in the month they've had since their last foray into the second circle, and now how they've spent the time and how they have leveled up their characters since. So we'll quickly jump through that, see if we can't get some fun backstory and highlights into what these characters do in their downtime, and then we'll jump into the start of the next arc. So I'll start off with some of our characters and just work around the room a little bit. So if we look at Malkis first, Carlos, do you want to tell us what Malkis would have done in the lead time, the 1 month of downtime?
Yeah, so for Malkis, he wants to get to the next circle ASAP. He wants to, suppose in the last episode we touched on it, there may be a potential of maybe reviving his sword or something like that. So he definitely wants to get to the next circle ASAP, and we'll help out whoever. Depends if somebody else is, researching circle, he'll join in with that. Maybe do his own stuff on the side. And spoke with Finry. If there is, there is a day where something happens, well, I guess we'll get to that when Finry can explain what we'll do. But he might have a day with Finry.
Nice. And this is going for all of you. And as you all know, there's rumors that some of these circles may exist in other dimensions and other realms. One of those that you have heard of once or twice already mentioned is the Fey realm. Thanks for the subscribing there, Inflatable Cat. Good to have you for 8 months.
That's awesome.
And good news, Inflatable Cat. We are finally getting to the Feywild, and it will be time for your character to make their appearance, probably next week.
Oh, not a love floating cat.
It's all coming together. No. Inflatable
okay.
Cat and I have been conspiring on an NPC to really, I guess, create some interesting character decisions. So we'll wait and see how that goes.
Nice.
But yes, you've all, as of recently, when you arrived in Pinemore Fort after your adventure, saw a couple of things lying around that made you wonder as to whether or not you might have found your ticket to the Feywild. In particular, you have found a couple of different things around the area that you think may be alluding to a carnival that's coming. And this carnival is apparently one from the Feywild, filled with all sorts of wonder. And that carnival will arrive in about 30 days from when you guys arrive, giving you your month of downtime. I will quickly move you all to the map scene here, which is the you see this poster of this map of the Witchlight Carnival across Pinemore Fort. And you see below the entry without a ticket, strictly prohibited, and all sorts of sights and sounds that just look pretty cool if they can say so yourself. And that's there for you all to look forward to at the end of your downtime.
Interesting stuff.
I will
Next up,
definitely become the monarch.
Flint, what are you up to in your month of downtime?
Well, I think the first thing my character would have done, or Flint as myself, would have definitely gone and get his armor fixed, since it got a little bit damaged from the encounter from that slime.
Oh yeah,
So-
lots of fun there. In the month of downtime, you can safely assume that probably with about 100 gold pieces, each of you
That's fair.
can have repaired your armor back to the vital form that it once was prior to your encounter with the sludges.
Yes, indeed. And then I think I would have made my way to the library, and I probably would have run into Malkis, probably there as well, trying to look for more information about these circles or anything, a clue or a hint to maybe another way to the Feywilds and stuff like that. So
Nice. Make an investigation check.
certainly. See what we get. It says 17.
Nice. As you look around, again, the information in this world seems severely lacking after such a long time disconnected from magic. But
Yes.
as you're going through, you eventually come across a book that is sitting outside of the shelves on a table, where those that sort of would read in the library somebody looks like it's left it there.
Huh.
And you read the title says of 3s and 8s, an adventure awaits.
Geez, that just sounds very comical, but I'll take that. And I might just try to slip it into my bag if I can, actually.
Sure. No, you grab the book that's lying on the top there, and you slip
Yeah.
it into your bag.
Sweet. Gonna read that one later.
Are you going to read it in your downtime?
Yeah, probably.
Sure. So when you do read it, you hear tales of a wondrous world that is filled with fairy folk, creatures with ears like rabbits, tea leaves that can be sprinkled around you that prevent you from being harmed by evil. You just see a lot of whimsical sort of nursery rhyme-esque information there.
I really feel like this is a children's book. But
at the-
it seems
at the
very
end of it-
intriguing at the same time.
At the end of it, though, you do read a chapter of a story of the world. And the story goes that this once whimsical place of happiness and joy was shattered. It was
Very
corrupted
interesting.
by the witches that sought it for its power.
Of course.
The Witches 3 split the world into chunks for each of them. And it ends with a story of, hope of maybe one day, if someone can help, there'll be a time when the world will again have its joy.
Definitely going to keep that as a note somewhere.
And the back cover, again, very fond and friendly with lots of smiley faces and nursery rhyme characters. Very out of place for a book like this.
Yeah. Very, very odd, but I'm still going to hold on to it.
Nice. Anything else in your downtime?
I probably not, actually. I think that would have filled up majority of my month of searching. And
nice. Additionally, for everybody, if you do want to just buy some sort of regular items, sort of any items that can be found in our source books with the associated gold price, if you have enough, then feel free to sort of add that to your inventory and take the gold out as well. Next up, we have Raef. You've jumped quite a couple of levels.
Raef may have spent his 100 GP on booze
Nice.
over the course of a month.
Well, you're welcome to come to the Witchlight Carnival, and hopefully they'll spot you a ticket. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm getting an echo.
From who?
Me.
Local jazz support.
Let me work it out. It's
Awesome.
It's too quick to come through the stream. So,
Rod.
Yeah.
What is Reya up to in the time off?
So since Reya last left, where he was given information from Finry about his family, he has spent that time understanding from other clerics how they call upon their gods, how their gods are summoned in a physical form or a presence within their space, and also understanding how the Fae worked, particularly with an angle of being able to move between worlds, between planes. So he spent his time trying to master or try to understand how to plane shift effectively, with not a great lot of success and a lot of scarring. So he spent the last month trying to decipher and work out how gods are summoned and how to to move to their world.
Nice. That's ominous.
Sounds painful.
testing.
We'll start off with Finry before we move to Jez, who's probably still a bit busy.
Yes, so, with the month of downtime and being the hyperactive little ball of chaos that he is, Finry would like to do a few things. First off, pretty much like the first day we arrive in Pinemore Fort, he's like, you know what, today's the day. I'm getting that fucking breastplate. So he would like straight away veer off from the party, and then he will try and get a breastplate, either magical or not, just so he has a little bit more protection.
Nice. Do you have the gold for it?
I definitely have the gold for it after last session.
You're more than welcome to purchase one of those based on your preference. You'll
Cool,
find them both
awesome.
here, and with a month of searching, you find exactly what you're looking for.
Okay, fantastic. And then the next day, he would definitely be doing two things. One, he wants to commission gold feathers. Or if it's too much for gold feathers, he would just get like, for each member of the party, he would get just a normal feather, but like painted with gold. And then he would want like one solid gold feather for something for later. He would also see if there was a local spa, because he wants to try and plan a spa day before we go and do something else that's probably going to kill us all.
Nice.
Yeah, something nice. And then he would definitely be, trying to see if you can learn any more information about Gragnell and, what are their, is there a base of operations in Trancasia? Is there somewhere, or was there any signs for when their followers are around?
Nice. So I'll quickly jump back to the Trancasia map. You all are up the top right here in the map, up in Pinemore Fort, which is sort of at the northernmost tip. And from your knowledge, and your discovery, you find that for most people, the church is something that exists but doesn't really affect them too much. Most of their operations from stories seems to be centered in the city to sort of the southwest of Krago.
Right. Okay.
And in your knowledge, both in your sort of own experience with Krago, as well as your research here, you know that the quickest way to tell that someone is a follower of Gragnell is that they typically missing limbs.
Limbs, yeah. Okay.
And that's sort of your telltale sign.
Right. He was hoping it'd be something a little bit easier that he could test his metal against, but nope, all roads lead to Krago. So he's like, right, okay, then I need to figure out how to make friends with the dragon. Okay, but I'll put that on the to-do list. And then he definitely want to be spending time like meditating and trying to if he can get in touch with Khalil. Just because he's got these new, he can feel these extra powers and stuff, and he wants to thank Khalil for his assistance in being able to help, save Flint from certain death by being blown up.
Okay, let's do a D100 roll as you attempt to petition your god.
Mic check.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I rolled
Yeah, with a 49, you get no response.
Okay, well, I'll hold on to the solid gold feather that I got made.
I love the idea that you took some of your gold coins to a blacksmith and was like, "Here, make this."
Yeah, pretty much. I want a feather, and then available for the rest of the party to chat with, and then he, after thinking, but probably towards the end of the time in Pinemore Fort, he would be thinking about it because he's had a lot of downtime. He'd probably try and send word. He knows his father's might still be alive, so he's going to send off a message through the underworld just to let him know that
through the underworld.
The underworld, you know what I mean, like the
underground networks.
The underground networks.
The underworld makes him sound like somebody that's just chilling with an Ubers.
Yeah, maybe he might be for all Finry knows. Just to let him know about that his mother and sister had passed away, and then and he'd be saving those feathers until the spa day to give to the party.
Nice. You do find a local establishment called Pinemore's Deep Massage Remedies.
Awesome.
That has actually a couple's sort of massage package, which is an overnight affair that they're happy to modify to accommodate as many of you as needed.
Oh, excellent. I would definitely then go straight away and talk to my bestest buddy, Malkis. Hey, Malkis.
Hey, Finry.
I've just had the best idea I think I've ever had in the entire forever.
What's that?
Okay. Now, bear with me. Okay, two words. Spa day.
Oh. Finry, when are we going to do this? I'm a bit busy.
Before we leave Pinemore Fort, before, just so we can rest and relax and get to know each other. Have you ever had a hot massage before?
Well, one of the slave boys used to massage me years back, but it's been quite a while.
That just sounds wrong on so many levels. So wrong. But I'm just going to brush past that. And also, I've got presents for everyone, but everyone has to come to the spa day, otherwise they don't get their presents.
Okay, well, I'll spread the word, and yeah, you tell everybody else.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
It was a plan, and I hold up my knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pound it.
All right, this is going to be awesome. Oh, get excited. And then as before he walked out the door, and he's like, "Hey, Malkis, 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 I can still see you, Malkis."
I turn around. Yes, Finry?
Yeah. Do you like brothels?
No.
Okay.
No need for such things.
Okay. And he walks out.
Beautiful. Who else is keen to go to the spa? And I'll maybe ask the other way. Who's not keen to go to the spa?
I will reluctantly, Ray will reluctantly go. He's assuming the whole party's going.
Nice. Anybody else reluctant?
Not reluctant. Hector is keen for a scrub.
Hell yeah.
Raef is reluctant. He is nursing a month-long hangover.
That's also fair. But will he
This
refuse
could-
the offer?
No, but this could go one of two ways.
Oh, perfect. As you guys walk in, the staff very welcoming. You see several men and women lined up, all quite muscular, as they welcome you into what seems to be a space designed for 2 to 3 people, but they've managed to squeeze enough beds in there for you all to find some comfort. As they offer, it's like, please, if you wouldn't mind going to the changing rooms, getting into your robes for today, please then come and lie down, and there'll be some drinks to enjoy, as well as our trained masseuses and massagers of all varieties will attempt to get into those deep muscle tension.
Pants are off.
They sure will be.
Oh dear God.
Definitely walks in with no pants on.
Please, if you wouldn't mind, for the sake of our staff, to keep yourself clothed while not on the tables.
I bring my sword with me everywhere.
Nice. I think that they're probably not going to tell you not to take your sword around.
I would still be fully clothed, just reading my book. I'm too into this book, even though it looks like a child's book.
Sir, do you want to? Would you mind putting that away, or do you
No,
just want to...
too busy.
All right, you just sit there. That's fine. And for everybody who is still sort of sticking around, the massage sort of therapists come around and they sprinkle you all with rose oil, smelling beautiful of roses. They give you heart-shaped chocolates while you relax. There is champagne that is served as you all sort of enjoy your spa treat. And then as they sort of finishing up the night, they go over to you, Finry, say, well, you did get the couples package. Unfortunately, there was only the honeymoon suite. What would you like me to do with the room?
Oh no, well, if any of your lovely masseuses are available and they would like a nice room for the night, they're more than welcome to join me.
That's not the package that you paid for, sir.
Well, I'm happy to spread the coin around a little bit.
Right, we'll discuss the specifics later. At first, it is time for you all to enjoy the sauna. It is an experience that we've been able to deliver using a strategic displacement of magic right at the base of our water source. It releases a steam into the room to really relax and rejuvenate. If you'd all like to follow me, again, please robe first into the sauna room.
Does anyone else not trust this steam? Does anyone?
No, I go in.
Nonsense, Actually,
I'm
put
too
you
Oh my
embarrassed
God, I'm
ready,
to
gonna-
mate.
even pay attention.
I'm just going to shove Finry in just ahead, just to make sure.
Yeehaw!
The room, as you open the door, billows out with steam that immediately clings to you. And as you sit, you notice just how soothing it is to just lie there and have the soft billows of steam hit you as you relax in this room.
Can we see anything?
just Finry up ahead, filled with pride and joy at the future that awaits.
Pants are definitely off.
I grabbed a spare towel and wrapped it. Oh.
You can certainly try.
Roll
Oh,
to
yeah,
hit.
roll. Is this an improvised attack?
I'd say so.
Our weapon.
I'm just going to roll a d20 and see what happens.
If that doesn't work, I'll
20.
use it. If that's not working, I'm using Mage Hand as sack whack.
What's your AC with no armor on, Finry?
My AC with no armor, is it 10 plus my dexterity modifier?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 14.
Damn
Oh,
it.
doesn't hit. Too nimble. All of that roguish training paid
I
off.
just clench my butt, and you see how rock hard it is. From all the squats that he does.
Also, so it hits. It just has no effect.
No effect, which is even better. I think some of the masseuses look in and be like, damn, those are some tight asses. As you guys all sort of enjoy the comfort of the sauna. After a bit of time, the sauna begins to shut off and the steam begins to settle and the room begins to cool. The sort of master of ceremonies of your lovely sort of date night comes in again, and she first walks up to you, Finry, and she says, "How would you like us to handle the giving of the gifts that you've provided us?"
Oh, yes. Okay. I will just take them off your hands. And we'll get them all to lay face down on the massage tables.
And she happily hands them over to you.
Okay. And then now you just need to instruct the group to lay down, face down on the massage tables for their deep tissue, very special massage, the hot rock massage.
Right. And you have paid the extra 100 gold for that, right?
Of course. This won't actually be the massage, but I'll pay for it anyway. It's fine.
That's all I care about. Add the 500 gold pieces for the room attendant.
Oh, yes, of course.
Excellent.
I don't mind going into the Fey realm totally broke.
Literally.
So she walks into the sauna that's sort of slowly cooling down. Finry headed out a bit earlier, and she says, "If you'd all like to join me, the final activity for this particular day of our massages and our care is a rock massage a hot rock massage to really get deep into those muscle soreness and provide relief for muscle aches. If you'd all like to join me again back at the massage tables, we can begin and finish off for today's session."
Sure. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm too engrossed in my book anyways. I'm not really paying attention. I'm just like doing everything they say without really paying attention.
Hector follows along. It's been pretty good so far. What could go
Nice.
wrong?
Robed up, heading back to the tables. What did you do with the feathers?
I'm holding on to the feathers.
Oh, you're holding on.
currently.
Okay, good. So you all are led to the tables and sort of instructed to lie face down again on them. Do you do so?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Reluctantly.
Finry, what are you doing in this particular compromising situation?
I'm gonna stealth. I'm gonna stealth.
No, you're not.
It's 19 to stealth.
Cool. I will say that for everybody else, this is your passive perception,
good.
which I don't think will beat a 19, right?
No.
And I will give you, Reya, a perception check, as you do seem to have a bit of reluctance. You are unable to see the stealthy maneuver that is being pulled off. What do you do, Finry?
Okay, now with my jet stream braces, which I brought into the into the room with me, and I'm very quickly going to run past everyone's feet and tickle them with the feathers.
Can we get a Constitution saving throw from everybody, please?
Do I have disadvantage because I am very not feeling well with the hangover and hot
Yeah,
steam?
sure.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
15.
20.
Oh, jeez, these are
13.
these are pretty good.
21 for Malkis.
Oh, Raef not doing too well at all.
No, that's an 8.
I think across the board, most of you pass except for Hector and Raef. You guys all feel this brush of these, this sort of almost a ticklish sensation on your feet. Hector and Raef, both of you unable to really cope with the sudden tickling, find yourselves bursting out in laughter and giggling a little bit as the feather crosses the arch of your foot.
Now, I think I was trying to hold something down due to all the excessive heat.
You
and
definitely
how lying-
open up wide, and
I think I might just catch it.
Oh yes. The attendants immediately look worried towards you as you turn green. Anything else now, Finry, as the party begins to turn around to sort of
I just
look back?
look at Raef, and I was like, I am so sorry. I just wanted to tickle you all. Well, I know we're about to go into we're probably going to be doing something that's probably going to lead to more death and dismemberment and what have you. But because we're all such good friends and we're all working really hard together, I thought it'd be nice to have a token of our group, whatever we decide to name ourselves at some point. It'll happen, definitely happen. And I got these nice golden feathers for everyone. These feathers symbolize our group, our family, as it were.
Family.
I just thought something nice. Hence the nice spa day and stuff. And Raef, again, I'm really sorry. You just got a bit of. Is that carrot? Did you eat carrot? Anyway. Well,
I get the feather that you gave me. I'm like, oh, I'm still sort of giggling. Finry, that's such a nice gesture. But what if we went by the group name, the Golden Feathers?
That not too bad. See,
What about Malkis's golden feathers?
Don't love it. Well, I was thinking, you know how we go around and we kind of just, we rage into every encounter, and then we roll through the bad guys. And I know I never ever really check for traps. So what if we were the raging rolls, or just for short, we could just be the rages.
That's such a fucking cop-out.
I know, dude. That's so bad. So I'm gonna get up.
Raging rolls?
I don't like it.
That's a terrible.
I don't see how rolls rage.
Yeah, like nobody in their right mind would call anything the raging rolls.
Are you high?
I might be. I think I spent too much time in the sauna yesterday.
I'm gonna walk over to you, stand almost tower over the top, grab 2 of these feathers.
I'm just gonna hold a towel up in front of me because he's right at that level.
Yep. I'm gonna grab 2 of the feathers whilst you're holding the towel. I'm gonna slam them into my armor so they look like they're wings, and I'll be like, golden wings, and then just walk off.
Golden wings. That's not too bad, actually. I don't mind that.
I mean, to be honest, this direction is probably the best we've had so far. So keep at it, team. Keep at it.
The workshop. We spend the rest of the month.
Yeah, the true journey for this entire sort of campaign will just be in finding a name. We'll be finding the big bad, and you'll just
By the
yell
end of it,
your
we'll
name.
find it.
Oh.
He's like, "Who are you?"
I haven't.
Still not sure.
We just
You can only defeat me by finding a group name that appeases everybody.
We're Malkis's golden feathers.
Fast forward 15 years, we're still playing the same thing because we can't work out a name.
Awesome. You guys all finish up here. Golden feathers intact, bodies relaxed. The room is there with Finry's name on it. And although all of you go to other accommodation, Finry, you enjoy the honeymoon suite.
Fantastic.
With so what sort of the makeup? We've got pretty much burly men to skinny men. We've also got burly women to skinny women. What's
One of each.
Like in what? Like just randomized?
Yeah, randomize it. Let's have some fun. Let's get crazy. I'm paying top dollar for this
Oh,
shit.
excellent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll and I know this is ridiculous, but so
This is
in
not ridiculous at all.
the guy category, we're gonna go buffness. So this is how bulky they are. They're about an 8 on the bulkiness out of 10 scale, so quite
Nice,
bulky,
nice.
but not like bodybuilder bulky.
Dad bod.
And then you also get a not a 2d10. Woo, spicy. Your female companion on the other side is a 2 out of 10. Quite dainty, but very dexterous. So you sort of get the full spectrum there in your evening's entertainment.
Excellent. I will definitely pop out at least once, just to order some room service or something, and I'm just covered in whipped cream.
That is fantastic. As the rest of you, and for the sake of the rest of Hector, did we get to your downtime?
We did not.
We didn't. What is
Apart
Hector
from receiving
doing?
a golden feather.
Yes.
And a tickle. Hector is rather taken by the new ring that he's braided, I guess. Now this bead that has appeared there. And he feels like he's a bit of a different inside. So he wants to do a bit of research into, just learning more about what was in Sinzar, his master's journal notes, and see if he can decipher any more of that. And learn more about what he's feeling and what he's able to do.
Nice. Go ahead and make an investigation check again as you sort of read through the notes and the cryptic messages left by your mentor.
Oh, there's 2 there. Sorry, take the first one.
The first one we
Or the
have
second,
a...
you'll pick. 21 or 27.
Oh yeah, leave me the second's pretty good. No, I mean, both of those are very good rolls. You start to read across, and I think knowing what you now know about your rings, things start to click in place, and you find a section about something that's called attunement, and it's a thing that seems to be a core part of truly wondrous magical items. Sort of this ability for the magic itself to take on an identity, a personality, and those that wield these items need to be able to sort of convince the magic to help them, and convince the magic to sort of assimilate with them, so to be able to be used. And as you read through, you also sort of see some mention of sentient magic. Sometimes magic itself can come alive, and different magicians over time have turned themselves into items for the sake of preservation. And in the last section, you start to sort of read about augmentation, the sort of idea of magic making you more than you once were. And that sort of seems like the category where these rings now seem to fit in. They've sort of moved from attunement to or augmentation, and have become a part of you.
Fantastic. Consider myself knowledged, learned.
Do you experiment with your ring at all during this time?
Well, yeah. What I've been able to experiment with is, given it took on the shape of a metallic bee, what I wanted to do was pull out one of the bits of shrapnel, scrap metal from the hell machine you threw at us last week.
Yep.
And I want to experiment with that with some chemical or some solution to create a small mechanical bee that's autonomous, and it is becoming to become my homunculus.
Ooh,
That's cool.
excellent.
That's
I
cool.
love that. So yeah, you make this little mechanical bee after much tinkering and messing around. You now have the perfect example of what you could do with some really potent magic, and make this mechanical bee come to life.
It doesn't stop there. I think the homunculus is fine, but I'm still rather intrigued with this bee and this bee that's on my hand. And after, I think, exploring it further and understanding what changes that has given me, somehow it's being able to, at my will, grow its wings to more than my size and become a shield when I need it to be.
Ooh, excellent. So yeah, after a bit of playing around, you in this where exactly is this this sort of bee, this shape?
Right where the ring is, on here.
Oh, nice, awesome. So from here, you will, like, as you use it, you will it into this shield, and almost like instantaneously, the wings of this sort of small indent there spread out and create a shield that, from testing, has been able to absorb even some of the best fired crossbow bolts from Finry, and some of the magic that has been flung at you from the rest of the team as well.
Sweet as.
Nice. Finry, you have a question?
I realized that breastplate doesn't actually, it maxes out. I can only max out with dexterity +2. So can I change my thing? And then also, how much is everything going to cost me?
No refunds. No, you're good. When you say everything's going to cost you, what do you mean?
So for the armor, the feathers, the spa day, and the very lovely evening that I spent
After your armor, how much do you have left?
So I had a look. So instead of a breastplate, I was going to get a +2 studded leather armor, which there's no actual pricing in the DMG or anything like that. So
No.
it starts at like $5,000 and then it goes up. It just depends on, yeah.
Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Not very persuasive.
11.
Nice. As you're going into the shop and trying to convince the shop owner of your validity, the shop owner says, "I've never heard of any of you people before. I don't even think you have a name for your group. You can't be claiming adventurer hero discount without a name."
Oh, you know, we're the Golden Wings.
No, shut up! Whatever you're talking about, whatever. Stop Finry saying whatever you're saying. Fuck it up.
Sorry, there's a pigeon. There's a pigeon somewhere. Also sometimes we go by the Rages. You may have heard of us. We've been around. There was a what's it called? A Filet, this land shark creature that we took care of down near Ravolo. Perhaps you've heard of that.
Sure. You can say anything you want these days. And as you're talking, an old man approaches you as overhearing your conversation in the back, and he says, "Well, you do seem quite capable, young man."
Thank you. At least, like, you understand, confidence and the adventuring lifestyle when you see it, obviously.
And make a perception check as you look at him. Oof.
I can't roll one, so I rolled an 8 instead.
Nice. You see this man in front of you, and he introduces himself, and he says, "Hello, my name is Madrick. I was once an adventurer, much like yourself, but
Did you take an arrow to the knee?
no, I but took old age to the heart, I'm afraid. I cannot move as spryly as I once did, but it was not a life that I regret. I am very fond of how it all turned out, and I have retired here in Pinemore Fort, and I could not help but overhear your plight for discounts.
Like, do love a discount. Who doesn't love a deal?
I agree. I've always enjoyed a good bit of bargain hunting.
Were you after anything in particular?
I am actually. Listen, I'll tell you what. The old keeper of this here shop owes me a favor or two. She's not the only one that does. I have traveled far and wide in my day. I'll speak to her and I'll get you your discount. But I only ask that you bring yourself and your companions to my farm once you're ready and before the fair.
Oh, of course. Yeah, sure. I'll bring the Rages along with me. Whereabouts is your farm?
Sorry, are you gonna be a very aggressive bunch?
Oh, no. We're not actually that aggressive. It's more that if we come into a situation where sometimes violence is needed, sometimes it's necessary. Right. Unfortunately, we no holds barred.
Right.
Sort of thing.
I mean, I've been an adventurer for quite a number of years, and I've just got to say that when your name needs explaining, it's not really a good name.
Well, see, okay. Well, but how does the golden feathers make sense? How would that make sense, though?
I mean, where are you pulling that one out of your ass from?
I don't know. This is one of the other ones. Anyway, maybe it's something we can discuss when we come to your farm. You have a farm?
I mean, yeah, I actually own a pumpkin farm just out the way here, towards the west.
Oh, I'm actually allergic to pumpkins.
Well, that's too bad. You'll never get to the bottom of your name problem then.
I'm joking.
I'll have to give you a chat, and maybe we'll run a hero naming workshop while you're there.
That's a great way to spend your retired time. Like, it keeps you busy.
Indeed. And he chats to the shopkeeper, and she begrudgingly looks at you and says, "Fine. Here's your discount. Grab your bloody studded armor and give me the 5,000 gold and get out of here."
And I do. So I'm going to drop myself and say that I managed to spend my entire 10 grand that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get 10 grand from?
They finished the second circle.
I don't know what you're talking about. What 10 grand?
I'd written down 100.
Yeah, show up or shut up, That's...
Listen,
awesome.
I had a very good month. I had a very, very good month, and I spent 10 grand.
Clearly.
Wow. Awesome. So yeah, he invites you all to his pumpkin farm, which is to the west of Pinemore Fort, just on the outskirts of the town. Do you all go and attend his sort of invitation?
Yes. On the way,
Certainly.
I would have a quick chat with Reya. And so to say to Reya, why don't I see Reya?
Because Reya is it just disappears. It just fades into the distance.
He does it all the time. We'll chat later. It's fine.
Awesome. You guys keep traveling. And you eventually come to the pumpkin farm, which, if I can quickly show you all, bam! You find this giant pumpkin farm on the outskirts of town with a beautiful cottage set into sort of the landscape, and you notice Madrick out the front, busy sort of working on his crop. Waiting on you.
There are some pumpkins.
Is there anything interesting about? Is it just like giant pumpkins? Are there like any like mises around, or that turn into stagecoachmen? Or
no, not in this particular case. Cinderella hasn't been born yet. Cinderella will sort of, it's like that'll be 100 years forward in my setting. We'll have the Cinderella arc. Yeah.
As we're seeing these massive pumpkins, Hector's going for the crystal sweeper and just trying to see what
nice.
the hell.
You get a general beeping from all around this space. And the guy who's now looking at you as you approach, and again introducing himself to everyone. Yes, Finry. Welcome.
Yes.
To my
Hi.
farm.
Hi. Yes. Hi. Good to see you. We're here for the group name workshop.
Yes, that's right. Well, looking over at you, Hector, says, Is that a magic detector?
Well, I don't think it's a magic detector. It's more of a crystal detector.
Right.
Have you seen the purple crystals that have littered the land?
Oh no, absolutely.
Well, this little magic device I've created helps to locate those things.
Is it hard for you to find the giant crystals in the land?
The giant ones, no. The smaller ones, which are more portable, take a bit more finding.
No, I guess it'll become more and more of an issue. Regardless, I have tea boiling, and it would be a shame to let a good cup of tea go to waste. Would you all join me inside, and I'll tell you my story, and if you're all willing, I have something to request of you all.
Yes.
I mean, I won't say no. Tea sounds nice.
Do you have any oolong?
Unfortunately, I'm all out.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this guy is like a basic white girl in autumn season at Starbucks. He's got you guys.
I feel like pumpkins keep popping back up in all our campaigns. I feel like campaign 1 we made a really good mixture out of pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
It's fated. Yeah, so you guys head inside, and it's beautifully kept. Everything here seems to have its place, and it seems to have almost a whimsical quality to it. This man seems to carry himself with an air of happiness. And as you walk in, you're all seated around a nice table, and he very sort of carefully pours out a cup of tea for each of you. On the table is an assortment of biscuits, some of them iced, others seemingly glistening with cinnamon, and he offers them to each of you as he settles down, and he blows on his cup of tea and takes a sip, places it down. He says, it's good to have some company every once in a while. Thank you all for coming at my call. I know it's a strange thing to be asked out by a man like me, an old chap, but I have a bit of a problem that I'm not equipped to deal with anymore, that I'd appreciate those of you that are a bit more spryly to help me deal with.
Luck would have it, kind sir. We are a group of problem solvers.
Well, Problem Solver Gang might be a good name for the group. Keep that one in mind. Well, I was an adventurer for many years. And I was actually one who you might have heard of, known as a warlock. Someone who could harness a bond with a patron to get myself power. And I took that power and I was able to do a lot of good with it. I myself actually traveled from beyond this place, this Trancarsha, and I've only come now here to retire away from all of the antics that exist beyond this realm in places that have seen magic for far longer. I have garnered quite the fortune, but the one thing I do not have anymore is a connection to the one that I once got my power from. He looks at you all and he says, I find it really hard to not know what's happened to my patron. She sits there in sort of the fairy realm, and for a long time she was in many ways a sort of key part of their society. Her name is Zybilna. She was an archfey of the fairy realm, or as some might call it, the Feywild.
What's an archfey?
It's a lot to explain, and I have a feeling, as fate might have it, you're going to get quite the understanding of it in time. But there are levels of power that exists in the Feywild. and Archfey is one of those that might sit highest amongst them all.
And
But she has gone silent, and although I'm not an adventurer anymore, and my power, my requirement of her is less and less these days, I would rest much easier in my old age if I knew that she was well.
Would it
and how
happen?
do you? You
No,
go.
you
Flint.
go. No,
You go,
okay.
you go,
How
Rob.
about,
You
how
go.
about you name yourselves
been-
the Turn Takers or something like
I've
that?
been. That's a good one. I've been reading this book lately. Would it have something to do with witches by any chance?
Where'd you find that book, my lad?
I borrowed it from the library.
How'd the library get a hold of a Feywild text?
Wait, what? I honestly thought this was a children's book.
Oh,
The
well,
way
yes,
it's written.
indeed. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh, okay, but I'm on the right track, right?
I look, more and more as I see you all show up, I have a feeling that you're all going to be a part of a story that's going to play out in this Feywild. There is a deep connection to fate that exists in that place. You do not often end up there on accident, and those that are pulled in often come out changed. Not a place for the faint of heart, and a place where one day you may be as you are now, and another you might find yourselves down the rabbit hole and filled with insanity.
Well, you're
Be
certainly
wary
painting a
of
fantastic
what
picture.
comes. It's also pretty rad. There's a lot of cool things.
Pretty rad. Tell me, so when did Zabilna? Was that is what you said?
Zibilna, yes.
Zabilna, when did you detect that she had disappeared?
Well, I've been unable to contact her for the better part of a year. I fear something terrible happened to her.
So, when she had you in Fate's grip, how did you contact her?
Well, in my way, I had a token, and he pulls out sort of this little pendant that had the sort of large sort of fairy wings splayed out in its center, made of silver. And it says, at one stage, she and I would be able to talk at length, and I whiled away many hours in my pumpkin patch with her by my side and talking through the good old days. But she has gone silent, and I find myself quite alone without her.
May I? And I put my hand out to take the coin.
It's a pendant.
Pendant, sorry.
He says, I mean, you're free to have a look, but I would appreciate if you didn't take it from me for long. It is a great comfort to me. And he passes it to you.
Do you mind if I cast some magic on this?
Sure, you may. May I ask what sort of spell you're trying to cast on it?
Disintegrate.
I want to understand if it's still emitting the magic to your archfey.
Go right ahead. You're more than welcome.
And to detect evil and good and evil, or evil and good. Slightly
Awesome.
different angle, just to work out what sort of archfey this is.
Yeah, I mean, you do get like a. Ooh. I guess you get a bit of a whiff of good.
Okay.
But also, like, I think inherently with Fae, they are chaotic beings that are sort of equally likely to be good as they are to screw you over. It's kind of like the duality of the fairies. But you don't get much of a vibe at all. Like it's very faint.
It feels like the connection is incredibly weak, which I'm sure you know, but
I have felt it, unfortunately.
Let's say we wanted to help you. How would we go about getting to the Feywilds?
Well, now you're asking the right question.
Well, I feel like I've been researching things, and I come up empty-handed every single time. Even this book doesn't seem to really explain that. It explains more of your history.
We had Annabeth said that there's a stone somewhere in Trancasia that we can use.
There are many such stones, but they require those that know how to put together those type of things and be able to cast the pathways that once existed. No, I have a much easier path for all of you. You've heard of the Witchlight Carnival that's set to appear here at the end of the month.
Yeah, we've noticed the posters that are on every single wall that's not occupied.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Witchlight Carnival is like nothing you've ever seen before. I have seen it but 2 other times in my lifetime, and it is truly a spectacle to behold. Coming only once every 8 years, it appears somewhere in all the realms. It is filled with every type of marvel that you could imagine seeing. And it could just be that it is coming here to our little village of Pine Moor Fort.
But if magic hasn't been around until 5 years ago, a couple of questions. How do you have magic, and have they visited Trancasia before?
Oh, I am not from Trancasia, my sweet child. I have seen many other places. As I mentioned, Trancasia for me is a retirement home. I have come here to escape the volatility of magics that exist beyond this realm.
Wow. And if we were to get to the Feywild, the fairy realm, whatever you want to call it, what's it like? Like, is there things we should be wary of? We're going in blind pretty much. I don't know. Like, is it just like going from, like, you know, Dramesh down to Nandar, or is it like?
I wouldn't quite call it that. The fairy realm is a place of magic, great magic. The whole place is magical. Even nature itself seems to be driven by magic. I would say that if you were to go there, you'd have to find a way around. You'd have to be cautious and understand that every journey through the Feywild is different. I would say that it is not too dangerous if you would have a guide, but as I said, in its own way, the fact that Zablina is gone does not bode well for the safety of the Feywild. And I would not ask this of you unless I thought that you were all powerful enough to venture in and come back alive.
Well, we are very cautious people. We never go rushing in recklessly ever. They could call us the cautious caretakers. Some people.
I mean, that sounds not quite heroic, but at least apt.
Say we do this. This is a favor, or are we to expect something else in return?
You'll be doing an old man a favor, sure, but I've been an adventurer for quite some time. I'm not unaware of your needs of recompense. Upon your return, I will gift to you all of my hard-won earnings as I was an adventurer, and it will all be yours. I will grant you all of it to say thank you for giving an old man peace.
To simply reestablish a connection between you and Zabilna.
I am not long for this world.
Well, Hector, it'd be like, you know, myself or Reya or even Harm. You know, if we lost our connections to the deities that we have worshipped for our entire lives and have known of forever, it would be like losing a part of yourself. Imagine if you lost your hat and you didn't have your hat anymore and you would never get a hat again.
There's only one of these hats that I've ever seen. This is one of a kind.
Exactly. Well, that's what I assume this is what the connection's a little bit like. It's like a hat. Like all of our connections with any deities and stuff, it's like losing a hat. If you lose the deity.
Well, yes.
Hat's pretty special.
I am not long for this world, and I want to just die having a bit of peace. I feel that my life is coming to an end very soon. So I fear that if you take more than a year in the Feywild, I will not be alive upon your return. So I ask that you do this quickly.
Well, we
Does
definitely
time
don't do
pass differently in the Feywild? Like, is it?
That'll be something to find out, then, won't it? And on that note, we will call for a 10-minute intermission. There is a spider in our bedroom.
Wouldn't be a shame without a spider interruption.
Go show that spider why you're called the DM of Doom.
And we'll be right back in 10 minutes' time. Let's call it 9:50 our time in Australia. And we'll see you all soon.
Leave your mic on, Robin. We want to hear the shrieking.
Oh, you better believe it.
That's it.
Right.
You should see the spiders we have here.
What the fuck?
Yeah, 17. We've made it. We've arrived.
I've lost
Hey. We are back. I have captured the Fey spider, and I have made sure that it didn't bother any of the people that lived with me. So
How big was it?
So my girlfriend texted me and said it was between 5 and 10 centimeters. Now, that's a pretty big range for a spider.
That's like the handspan, not 10 centimeters, but your handspan. That's huge.
So yeah, no, we dealt with a spider that's between 5 and 10 centimeters. I can sort of elaborate depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. But that's not what we're here to discuss tonight.
Big.
Tonight, we are discussing the venture into the Feywild. As you guys are all chatting to Madrick, do you have anything else you'd like to discuss?
I'd like to ask him if he knows anything or have heard of anything about these circles.
Ooh. Thanks for the cheer, Crafty.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and welcome again tonight. Good to have you with us this evening as we delve into the new Feywild adventure, sort of continuing on as the next arc to our story. Yes, so you ask about the circles.
Yeah.
Madrick looks at you and he says, "Oh, the circles. I have heard tales of those who once wielded their power. It is a story that is told amongst those of us who can still do magic. We are told of tales of those who once ruled as a peace force in this land. And yes, I know of them, but I have not heard of them coming back. What is it that you know?"
I've just been trying to find more research on it, really. It's more of a investigation. I'm just trying to see if it's more real, but you seem to confirm that.
The ones that owned them originally, they talk of the seven, who each had their weapon, the scythe being one, the great sword of necrosis. They had the bow of flame, the trident of waves, many such weapons.
You seem to know a lot. That's really helpful. I'll be sure to note that down.
No, please do. I like I said, when you head to the Feywild, the stories that you'll hear there are those that have not been tainted by a lack of magic like this place was. You'll find stories that have been continued and legends that have sort of not been treated as myth, but rather as fact. It's quite the difference, and I think a few of you may not be from here as well. You may have sort of come into that sort of understanding as well.
I'll push Raef forward and be like, "Yeah, I think Raef's from somewhere else. You might maybe. Do you know how to hopefully find a way home for his people?"
Do you know what sort of? Do you have the tuning fork for your particular realm there, Raef?
No.
Right. Well, I'm afraid that's sort of the prerequisite, and that's the one thing that's missing. Whoopsie.
We got yeeted through a giant gaping maw of a portal.
And you're not the only ones. I think there were many that were disrupted and relocated to Trancartia when it all went down.
So how do we get there then, Madrick? When can we
Well,
get there?
now you're asking the right questions. You'll first need to find yourself into the carnival. The carnival itself will be here in a few days' time. Once in, you'll be able to uncover quite a number of interesting facts, but you'll need to figure out how the carnival itself travels around. Who's got your comedy show in the background? He says they'll have a way to get in and out of that, I'm sure. And once you're able to get into there, I think you're all capable enough to figure out a way to travel with them. Maybe go through the Fey Crossing, and once you're there, you'll find your route to Prismere, the Feywild.
Sorry, we'll find what?
You'll find your way to Prismere.
Prismere.
You'll conduct what they call a Fey crossing into that space.
So what is Prismere?
It is but a location in the Feywilds. It is where Zabilna was last known to rule over was Prismere.
Why don't you make your way there?
Look
That's
at
what I
me.
was about to ask you.
I was once an adventurer, and surely at one stage my magic would have been a great help, but now without a patron and bones that are brittle enough to snap on a high breeze, I would not last my way there.
Yeah,
I'm looking for
lost his
results,
hat.
not a death wish.
Yeah, he lost his hat. Remember, we talked about this. He lost his hat. He doesn't have that connection.
Okay, so let's we rest a few days, team, and make our way to this carnival.
Remember, you guys are now the problem solvers?
We'll workshop that. Maybe the workshoppers. Do we need tickets to enter this carnival, or it's just turn up on the day?
I mean,
There'll
most
be-
of the things said we needed a ticket.
There is. I cannot stress this enough to you all. You have to buy a ticket. Do not try and sneak in. Bad things happen to those that do not pay to enter the carnival.
Magic,
Oh.
that's where might we
I mean,
find
I'll
a
pay for
ticket
any
to
carnival.
purchase?
Well, the carnival arrives, and there'll be a ticket booth, and you'll walk up, and I think for about
Just at the gates.
80 silver pieces, you'll be let in.
Fantastic. Well, I think we can make that happen.
I mean,
Sounds-
inflation might have happened. I'm not sure what sort of fairy inflation looks like, but the rest of it is sort of easy enough to understand.
Fair. Madrick, one last question, I think.
Yes, anything.
You haven't happened to come across in your adventuring any kind of magical tattoo inks, have you?
I may have some stashed in my hoard. There's quite the bounty. But as I said, that's all yours if you were to make your way back from the Feywild.
You drive a hard bargain, Madrick. I'm on board.
Yeah,
Workshoppers.
this can't be any more dangerous than anything else we've done. I mean, we go up against bad things, but we haven't died yet. So
Do I feel like he's telling the truth? Like he honestly knows a lot about this. I just
Make an insight check.
okay.
And
insight.
nope, I think you're on the right track. You know, there's really nothing bad that could happen with witches and wizards and
15.
mess with time. That's all. It's all good.
exactly.
Well, I just want to make sure he's not trying to trick us.
Yeah,
I got a
with your
on that roll.
15, this man is laying it all out on the table. Like he has nothing to lose. He genuinely seems like an old dude with a pumpkin farm that's just trying to reunite with an old friend.
Has the tea gone cold?
I mean, only if you've not drunk it. Like he definitely has made sure that he's finished his
No,
cup.
I finished mine.
Yeah,
Let's make our way back.
Finry
Spend
put
our
like
days
5
finding-
tablespoons in his, and then he drank it.
Nice. he gives you like a nod of approval. He's like, "A sweet tooth, that'll do you real well in life, my son."
Just seemed like trickster tea.
Oh no, I've got the runs.
This guy seems legit.
Yeah, I mean, for most, like, he seems pretty legit if you've all sort of talked to him.
Yeah.
I think we make our way back to back to town and then
Back
await
to Pinemore.
the arrival of the.
Are we
Carnival.
staying at Flint's childhood home?
If Flint wants to have you, I think that house would have probably been left in a bit of disrepair with nobody really looking after it since his mom passed away.
Yeah, probably.
But the space would still be there to use.
I guess we could go there. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't have a key anymore or anything like that. I was
Yeah,
pretty
I
young.
mean-
It's okay. We don't need a key.
Henry doesn't need things like keys.
What is this key you speak of?
Are we heading back now?
Or permission.
You
Yeah.
can feel free.
Okay.
As you all head back to the home of Flint, you guys rest up easy as slowly but surely those from around town and around Dramesh for that matter, and even some further afield, begin to travel and arrive inside of this place, awaiting the arrival of the Witchlight Carnival.
Just
Is
one of
there-
the days while things are building up to this, I want to have a quick conversation with Reya. And
Now that Raef pops back into
Reya's
existence.
poof, he's back. So while sitting down one day, breakfast or some meal, Reya, you're a man who knows a few things about magic, yes?
Yes. What would you like to know?
Well, do you remember when the man fell out of the sky and we hit him with a coach or a carriage of some kind?
Yes, when Stereo ran over him multiple times. with that car.
Yes. So that's the one. I found this on him, and I pulled out the scroll of the circle, the scroll of teleportation. Like, can you make any sense of this? I've read it, but I can't quite figure out what it means yet.
So I'm going to take the scroll. Now, would I know this by just looking at it, what it means? Or would I need to do something to...
You'd have access to the spell as long as you can. It was a scroll, right?
Yeah.
It's a notebook.
It was a
So
notebook,
yeah. A notebook, yeah. So it doesn't. It's not a scroll. It's just a reference to the spell itself. So if you have the inclination to cast teleportation, you will be able to copy it across into your spell book or learn it as you need to. It's there.
There are two of them. There's one that's a dud that drops you from the sky.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Trancasia, but we don't know which one it is.
Yeah. So every time you try, I'll let you roll a 1d2, flip a coin. One of them will kill you, and the other one will let you teleportation. It'll be fine.
So let me know, Ray, if you can figure out what these options do.
This scroll has a power that can transport you from one location to another. But I feel a sense of uncertainty around it, that it may be a little hit and miss as to whether you'll truly end up where you wish to. This magic is new, but it could work. We could summon it and move quickly from one area to another.
We'll just hold on to that, and if maybe you need to ask the man upstairs or your man upstairs, maybe that may help. I have no idea how that works.
Yes, I'll hang on to this because this may end us up behind, enemy lines, so to speak.
Fantastic.
On the last, during the nights, however long it takes to lead up to the carnival, Finry would like to, at nighttime, just wander around the old Jones Manor, playing with his ring, doing different shapes. So, a fork, a spoon, a spade, a
shape in the Cathedral of Jones.
Yeah. But what he's doing is, because we know that Flint's mother was a guardian for the Second Circle. So
Yes.
Finry is trying to find anything that he can in this manor, in this house, that would give us a clue, a hint, because surely there's going to be something here.
What are you looking for here specifically?
Any clues, any leads for circles and things, because seeing as she was a guardian for a circle, there should be hopefully something here.
There's a giant tapestry on a wall.
Yeah, this is where the circles are. There we go.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like on the artwork on the wall, you see a painting that at once, when you were young, seemed a bit far fetched, Flint. But now that you look at it, you see the 7 heroes that were portrayed. Those that you now recognize, and each of the weapons they wield now corresponding to each of you. With the rings on your finger, the style of your weapons now turning into a style that matches most of these weapons as they were. All of this is sort of underpinned. If you imagine these heroes sort of arcing along the top, there seems to be a dark presence that sits at the centerpiece of this art that seems to have its tendrils clawing up behind the adventurers. Telling of a time of distress for the heroes.
Interesting stuff.
Definitely be taking down the tapestry.
Yeah,
Is there anything in the back?
Just a signed picture from Flint's mom saying, circa 20 years ago.
From the gift shop.
Might hold some clues. So I'll wake up Hector and be like, "Hey, Hector, where's the bag of holding? I gotta chuck this painting in it. It might have clues.
I just
okay.
point next to me at the bag. Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Did you throw it in?
I throw it in. So we have
Excellent.
the tapestry. So if
You nail it.
Yeah. And then if there's nothing else, he'll just bide his time being super annoying to everyone, tickling people behind their ears when they're not looking and stuff like that with his mage hands.
Classic.
Too much sugar.
Classic Finry.
And the crowds build.
The crowd's building. The intensity of the space is amazing. There is just so much hope that this isn't just some sort of a ruse as people come from all around. It's a bit disconcerting that so far none of the carnival sort of planners have arrived. The carnival is set to start tomorrow, and yet nothing. A few people start to be a little bit sort of worried that this was all a big trick.
Is anybody else worried that we've got a carnival starting tomorrow? Not a single one of us has bought a ticket yet.
I'm sure there'll be somewhere.
Yeah.
But it is as you guys are chatting and the crowd is outside, you see a dark sort of mirage appear and start to spread in the sky above you. You notice as you look through that you seem to see stars appearing. As out of that hole that is now growing, you seem to see creatures appearing. And I've just shared that with you all. As these Pegasus-drawn carriages of all different colors being pulled by all sorts of creatures, some foxes with butterfly wings and others still are pulled down from the space, and they fly directly down towards Pine Moor Fort.
I'm just gonna rub my eyes like I'm seeing something out of am I asleep? What's going on?
Finry's just wondering if he can buy one of those foxes with butterfly wings as a pet.
I mean, we all are, it's
I'm
a very
contemplating the same thing. That's pretty cool.
So you guys are all checking this out, and as you do, you also start to see what's the other one? At the front of the proceedings, as they get closer, you see this carriage at the front, with two very distinct characters sitting on it. One, a man dressed in a sort of top hat and a yellowish sort of cloak. The other dressed almost like a clown in this red and white regalia, waving and throwing confetti into the air as wisps of light float around them. And this majestic horse with these huge butterfly wings descends down into a clearing in Pine Moor Fort.
Finry, for the first time in his life, realizes that he doesn't like clowns, and he hides behind someone.
Fair.
Hector sort of leans over to Malkis. Malkis, this is your folk. Do you know what's going on here? This seems rather strange.
I was going to ask Finry because that guy has got a really good top hat.
I've never seen anything like this. I'm not sure exactly, even if it's real or not, to be honest.
This is magic.
I mean, I'm seeing it too. It's got to be real.
Be wary. This is magic beyond what we can comprehend.
Yes, Crafty, please continue to invent interesting items to frustrate and bewilder the party. Yes, so you guys watch as this group of carriages lands, and they start spreading out. And you notice that the man at the front of the parade, the one in the yellowish cloak and the top hat, pulls on a gold chain. And with a interaction with an item in his hand, you see all of these different carriages just begin to basically disassemble by themselves. You see them come apart. You see pieces flying around everywhere. You see hundreds of different types of people of different ethnicities, you see creatures with rabbit ears, and you see a woman that seems to have the bottom half of a horse sort of walk out of some of these carriages, and just sort of every being imaginable. You see pixies flying around and pulling the hair of different townsfolk as this carnival starts to set itself up. This whole sort of display goes on for an hour, and by the end of the hour, you all see the map that you saw on all of the posters come to life in front of you, as the Witchlight Carnival is open for business tomorrow, as it were.
Do we see a ticket booth at all?
Yes,
That's
you
what
do.
I'm looking for. Yeah.
So the ticket booth is the front, but at the moment you notice this sort of silver statue, and it is just closed sign hangs on it at the moment.
Interesting.
So does
And,
that mean that we don't need to buy the tickets if it's got closed written on it?
I mean, we have to get the tickets, right?
It may just be that it's tomorrow on the day of the
No.
opening that you buy.
What if we get into the ticket booth and then we get tickets that way, and then we're not technically, breaking in to the carnival itself?
I mean, he's not wrong. All we need is the ticket.
With
Makes sense. We can get them a day early.
They make it
get
sold
that
out.
exactly that they could get sold out, and I don't really feel like camping out overnight. We have that
But-
really lovely but dilapidated house to stay in back in Pinemore Fort.
Ah, yes.
True.
No
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. No offense. I said no offense. So obviously
Specifically,
not
I did
offended.
hear no offense.
Yeah. I don't know. Do we want to pitch a tent and wait, or
Oh God, no.
Well,
Sleeping
you can,
outside.
Finry, you can send us a message, right? We don't need to all stay here. Just yourself.
I can send you a message?
Why don't you stay here? You camp out. You get the tickets.
Okay. Right.
Sounds like a great idea.
This is going to go great. I love this idea.
And
I
we'll
will
make-
wait here.
Yep.
Yep. I'll wait here for you guys. You go do your own thing. I won't get up to anything. I'll stand right in this spot.
You stay right there. You just
I
send us a
believe
message
that.
when a ticket booth is open.
Okay. All right.
Let's
I got
settle that.
this.
You sure?
I
I'm
can do
not
it.
leaving.
Beautiful.
I'm not leaving Finry's side.
Okay, awesome. So a few of you camp out, as it were, and seeing you do this and this strange behavior, a lot of the other townsfolk and visitors also do so. Not wanting to miss out, they heed the warning of needing a ticket, and it's
Sorry, that was real.
as the space here continues to be inhabited by this carnival. You notice that around the carnival, the sky seems to change. Even as the afternoon wears on, it begins to look like a starry night, even while the rest of the space around it still continues to have the sun set around it. And as the morning comes again, the starry night is there again. And it seems to be a canopy over the whole carnival that sits here. You notice it's as if the first stars of night twinkle above the apricot sunset. Giant dragonflies whirl overhead. Trailing streamers gather around, and a low mist curls over the ground. Through a floral archway, you glimpse wondrous and vibrant creatures. Big elf begin to walk on stilts. Dancing fairies scatter the entire place. And performers of every type painted in colors that you couldn't imagine. Now, as you listen, everywhere there is laughter. You see sprinkles of pixie dust, bubbles, and a wistful tune of a traveling sort of musician, which they call a calliope. And I do not know if I butchered that, but that's there to enjoy. As you guys all begin to approach the booth.
Seeing that there was someone with me, I didn't try to break in.
Nice.
And as soon as everyone else left, I turned to Raef and say, "Hey, I just remembered. I don't know how. I don't know. No. I don't know how to do the message spell anymore. No, I don't know how to do the message spell anymore. I remember that when we were in the dungeon before, when we were in the second circle. I realized I don't know how to do that anymore.
Forgot.
I forgot.
It's fine.
Totally forgot. But now you know. So, yeah. And don't worry, I'll be good. I will sit right here. I will not wait until you're asleep and try and sneak in.
You guys did get up the front pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And it's as you approach the ticket booth, a silver statue of a dancing fairy is mounted on the roof of this ticket booth, surrounded by fluttering butterflies. The booth is decorated with an animated depiction of the night sky, with shooting stars arcing across it. As you peer in, an elderly goblin perches behind the ticket counter, peering at you quizzically through a spyglass. He lowers it, and you hear him with an enthusiastic burst. So, greetings, fairgoers!
Well, hello there.
Welcome. My name is Nicholas Midnight, and I am the ticketer of this here whimsical delight.
Well, hello there, Nicholas. Well, as you can see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 tickets to enter the carnival, please.
You're not happening to be the problem solvers, are you?
Who's asking? That sounds like a fantastic name.
I've got here a allotment of tickets that I think are fated for the bunch of you.
Well, yeah, that's us, for sure. I look around and like, that's us, right? Yeah.
I assume so, yeah.
I still like
solvers.
Rages.
Who's problem solving?
The name's debatable.
Hector, who's problem
name's
solving?
terrific.
So this was not, these tickets, I want to explicitly say, not to like mislead you, were not actually from the Warlock. He says specifically, these are from a anonymous benefactor who wanted to make sure that you all are coming into the fair. Now, some rules at the top.
Sketchy.
Each of these tickets will grant you access to 8 activities around the place. Each of these activities will give you a stamp on your ticket. And if you get more than 8, then you'll have to buy another ticket. You will not be able to access any of the rides or activities. There are some things that don't cost a ticket, like the big, what is it called? The carousel, sorry, not the carousel, the big top will have shows at specific times, and he points to a little brochure on the posters that you see around town. And if you guys look at the top left-hand side of the map, you'll see there's like what looks to be a couple of different sand dials. The first one being welcome gifts, the second sort of big one being the big top extravaganza, and the last one there being the crowning of the Witchlight monarch. At each of these hours, you'll see that there are big events that happen. You'll be able to head to the big top and experience all of those to your heart's desire.
So with the Witchlight monarch, is that like anyone can enter and compete to become the monarch, or?
As with everything, you'll have to come in and find out, won't you?
This sounds. Hector is like bubbling with excitement. It's like this place looks amazing. What do you recommend we do first?
Oh, there's so many good things. Gosh, I mean, definitely check out the Bubble Pop Teapot. I'm a big fan of that one. I've heard the Dragonfly ride's amazing this time of year. Also, if you find your way to the Gondola Swans, pretty good. And there's always a good chance that you'll find an interesting myth or two if you go to the carousel. But as said, everything here is wonderful, and you surely won't be mistaken going to any one of our festivities.
What's this part here next to the big top called the staff area? What rides are there?
Oh no, you want to keep out of that one.
Oh.
We have that one there specifically because it's where we sort of live.
Oh,
Yeah, if you could just keep away. that
it
would be
looks
great.
much smaller though. Why wouldn't you live in the big tent that's next to that area?
Finry,
That's
Finry,
for you
leave
all. That's to show you all the beauty that is the Witchlight Carnival.
But it looks like
Finry
more-
asked me important questions.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh wait, dragonfly rides, and then Finry's gone.
Go as you
Like a small
shoot
child,
through.
that one.
I'll get him.
I've
I'll
drawn
chase
on my
after
map.
Finry.
I've drawn on my map
Yes.
and just put a little figure in darkness, probably right in the middle, and written Zbilner above it. And I just show the ticket master, and I go, "What's that?"
Sorry, where did you put this? In the map.
Mapping
like
the
a
mind.
fan.
Mapping the mind.
On his ticket, I think.
Well, I've got one of the posters and have just basically scratched or drawn a figure in the middle and written Zbilner above it, and just thrust it in front of his face just to see if it triggers any reaction.
He sort of looks at you. He is a bit startled. He's like, "Your lot are surely fated for an interesting time here." Well, good luck on your journey. And he hands each of you your Witchlight Carnival Admit 1 tickets.
Fancy.
As you are allowed in, he says, "I've got plenty more people to allow in. Please make your way inside. Enjoy. And we look forward to helping you have a wondrous time here at the carnival."
Do I get any vibe off of him from that? Does he recognize it? Does he?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is it a positive vibe? Is it a?
A positive. I mean,
Unsure vibe,
He
more like.
recognizes it and moves you along.
We have some time to kill here, I think. I can't imagine this carnival is going anywhere soon. It's time we look around, right?
As you guys walk in through the gates, you're immediately met with the sight of a goat person with red and white striped horns, playing pipes while leading what looks to be a procession of dancing rodents as they sort of dance across the path as you guys walk into the space.
What?
I mean, this place is interesting. Hey, Hector, you aren't really concerned why it says witch right at the start of this thing, right?
No, not at all.
Witches aren't real, guys. Come on.
I
I
hate
already
this
have-
place.
I already have a balloon and fairy floss.
Nice.
So much
Nice. So you
Somehow
guys,
believe that.
you guys are free to travel pretty much anywhere you like in this space.
I feel like we should put a leash on Finry.
Probably not a bad call.
They're
One of those
probably go
backpack
just about as well as putting a leash on a cat.
One of those backpack things just strapped to his chest.
I mean, it's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm already walking away, and I'm looking to become the next Witchlight monarch.
What time of the day is it right now? What time? Is it?
It's the morning, but in this space it looks like night. The stars above you create for a really wondrous sort of experience, as it seems like a fate that's specifically in the nighttime.
I sort of slide over to Reya again. Reya, which do you want to do first?
Before you go anywhere,
God.
welcome to the carnival. I am here to give you your welcome gifts.
Wow.
If you'd each like to roll on fate's hand, I will see what fate has in store for you. So please make a D100 check, each of you, please.
I won't say no.
40.
So starting off with Finry
15.
with your 40. You are now the proud owner of a wax candle that roars and crackles like a bonfire while lit.
Oh, yes, fire.
Hector, with a 64, you are now in possession of a piano key carved from a satyr's horn.
Ooh.
Reya, with a 15, you find yourself looking at a wooden jigsaw puzzle piece as big as a saucer, painted with an image of a jug on it. Malkis, with a 36, you now own a rock that floats and is small enough to hide in your closed fist.
I give it to Finry.
With a 74, Flint, you now have a copper coin with a smiling satyr's face on one side and a satyr's skull on the other.
Interesting.
And Raef, with the 76, you now find yourselves holding a bag, a collection of baby teeth in a tiny wooden box.
Creepy.
Welcome! The rest of this place is for you to explore. We have hundreds of staff here ready to make your time at the Witchlight Carnival spectacular. Enjoy, and as always, be jolly and merry and have a blast as he sort of saunters off again to meet some of the other guests.
So I'll say
Interesting stuff.
Malkis, well, did you want the candle instead? It has big fire. I probably shouldn't have this. I probably shouldn't have this. If you leave me with this, it's your fault, whatever happens, okay?
I'm really curious what happens if I flip this coin.
Flip it.
Yeah, I'll
Do
flip
it. Do it.
Does anything happen? It's a coin.
Nothing happens. It is but a coin.
Did you
Cool.
know of?
Yeah, you've just
Yeah,
butterfly
no, yeah.
affected the shit out of this entire campaign. Well done.
Bum, bum, bum.
One of the characters in one of Robin's other campaigns just drops dead.
They just died. Sorry, Collis, you'll have to remake your character the other campaign. Sorry, no. You were saying?
That would be epic if you just killed other people.
You just like flip your coin a bunch and like you TPK an entire.
No, I was thinking about the crowd behind me just falling.
So where do you guys want to go first?
Is there any information about the Witchlight Monarch and how to become that?
They don't advertise it, no.
Okay.
It's not like, welcome to the Witchlight Carnival. Here's how you become an archfey.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about. Sorry, my bad.
No, is it like a competition or like?
There is. I just had the two confused in my head.
I can become an archfey if you want me to. Like.
We'll talk about that one a bit later because it'll probably happen next session.
Okay.
With sort of the pace we're going.
Reya, what catches your eye here?
A little bit of me wants to take Finry high on the dragonfly ride and drop him, but the sensible part of me is like, should we be in the lost property area looking for clues, or do we just break into the staff area and understand what the hell's going on?
Oh, it's so serious. Look at all the fun we can have here.
I know, I'm thinking dragonfly rides. I was trying to be calm, cool, and collected, but dragonfly rides.
Definitely. Let's go that way.
As you guys head towards the dragonfly rides, you see these giant dragonflies ready to go. They're saddled up, and they've got their handlers holding them. As they look towards you guys approaching, they say, "Are you looking to join us at our giant dragonfly rides?"
Yes.
Well, you're in for a treat today, I think. Let me just see what this one.
My compatriots here don't express their enthusiasm as much as
I
their
definitely
actual
want to.
insides
I
feel
definitely
like
want
this is going to be amazing.
Finry,
Oh,
Finry's
you have
literally
come to the
bouncing
right
up
place.
and down. He can't contain the excitement. He's bouncing up and down.
Except for this guy
Finry,
right here.
if you're so excited, how about a wager?
Oh, a wager, you say?
50 gold, whoever wishes. Out as far as we can go and back. Quickest takes all.
I'm in that way.
Make it
That's a
100.
Great time.
Make it 100.
I drop
Finry,
100.
with what gold? I thought you spent it all.
I don't know. I had gold. I still had gold before we went into the circle, so I'm good. Ready?
Right, I'm dropping 100 gold down in front of the ride attendant to be like, hold this.
It's gonna be gone. I thought we were gonna do it ourselves. That's not gonna stay there.
Yeah.
Is the attendant like this is a children's ride and it's largely on rails?
Oh no. Oh no. That's not what this entire campaign is
Anybody
about.
else?
I'm already
No, I'm in it.
already in a
I'm
dragonfly, and I'm going. I'm going.
There's a link in the chat. For some reason I can't get it to pop out. But that is what the giant
Oh my
dragonflies
god!
look
Crafty gifting
Oh, hell
5
yeah.
subs to the community.
Oh,
Thanks so
thank
much.
you so
Oh
much.
wow! Thank you. Holy
And thank you,
damn.
Sheriff Dan, for subscribing as well.
Wow.
Thank you,
that's
Crafty Emerald Phoenix.
Thanks,
Holy
you guys.
crap!
Thank you.
Oh
That is
my
that is
god!
incredible.
That
Amazing.
is-
Oh,
Holy
the
crap.
laugh. Oh my god, that's amazing.
just speechless over here, you know.
Welcome to the carnival team.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
things are getting wild. Things are getting wacky.
They want to see
We're
the
in it.
shit show that this race is going to be.
Oh yeah. Giant shit show.
I am already on a dragonfly,
Oh,
reading
nice.
through the instructions,
So-
and I'm gone.
Each
So getting
of
this race
these
on,
would
or
have
what?
caught you a ticket stub, so you would have had to
Yes.
snap it.
Yes. I was first in line. And
So you guys are all looking around, and you see that like typically these are sort of set to fly in a figure eight. So as you see a few others jump on, they all sort of do this figure eight pattern. So you guys all jump onto this thing and try and do it. Are you guys trying to steer them off their course? I know you already are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For any of you. For any of you
Forward.
that are trying to maneuver it off its course, can you please give me a DC 12 animal handling check?
So what are we trying to do? Are we going as furthest and then back, or are we going to a certain predesignated spot and then come back? Like, are we going
Well,
from one side of them? So, are we going from? Are we going from? Like, okay.
Well,
animal
Reya's
handling.
out, so you're just like that race is just shot.
I'm going to be $300 richer in about 5 seconds.
Water or what?
Oh no, you're not.
You guys are the worst
Reya!
riders ever.
I still got a 3-2 to it equal.
I mean, they're
I
really
didn't
trying.
get-
I'm just like,
I didn't get in that one though. I didn't get in that one.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my god.
So you guys are all trying to steer yours off course, and trying to get away from the figure eight. And as you do, you hear a shout of alarm erupt from a nearby lily pad. A giant dragonfly takes off
Oh my god,
prematurely
thanks for the
with a
cheer, Crafty. Oh my god.
Oh,
5,000. Holy
goodness.
crap!
holy hell.
You are. Oh,
We're not worthy.
we're not worthy. We truly aren't.
This is my wager. All right. Who's
yes,
got the business?
so Crafty, just FYI, you are now entitled to creating all those items that you want, and I will gladly work with you to put them into the game. Thank you. Thank you for your patronage. We really appreciate the support.
Hold up, Crafty.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
also get if this is a wager, you've got to pick who wins. Not sorry, not. Well, they can pick the outcome, or they could simply put a wager in terms of who they think will
Oh,
win.
they-
I don't even know what winning is at this point because none of you guys actually got your flights right.
Stuck in the figure eight.
But
I
yeah,
mean, I was
Hector,
close.
Hector hasn't gone out on one of these things. He's just on the shore, just laughing at the
Just
chaos,
hanging
which is ensuing.
Yeah.
so you guys are all sitting, or most of
They
you,
all fall off.
on these spaces. I mean,
Alright.
yeah, not too far off, honestly. So yeah, there's these shouts as from a nearby lily pad, a giant dragonfly takes off prematurely with a patron on its back. As you all look over, you see a middle-aged dwarf with a bright blue beard sits unfastened in his harness. You notice a Kenku warlock cast a spell towards the two from the ground, and you notice that the creature quickly was cast to panic the creature. Right? Sorry. So make a perception check. Anybody that's having a look.
18.
17.
Wait. Where the heck is it?
13.
Oh, 9. Average.
10
a lot of
for
Raef.
Raef.
Average, we did all right.
With the 15 and the 17, and we've got 18 too. You guys all see after causing the dragonfly to panic, this Kenku warlock slips away into the crowd.
We'll try to get off my right.
And this other dragonfly is flying off recklessly there, right? With the other guy
flying away. As you guys are still flying, this thing.
Is there anyone on that dragonfly?
There is. The blue bearded dwarf is holding on for dear life, unharnessed.
I'm gonna yell at Finry and go, first person to grab the dwarf wins. And I'm gonna lift my dragonfly.
All right, you guys get one more shot at
Get
it.
a rope ready.
Break down the hand and go ahead and roll.
Let's do this.
Fuck. Oh, yes!
Got that nat 20. Reya.
Nat 20.
Uh,
Holy crap.
Yeah, so you've got a 20. You guys both are able to quickly, with this now in mind, the panic causes the creatures to sort of deviate from their trading as you pull the reins up and swoop after this particular wildly panicked dragonfly.
I have a rope ready to go to grab this guy.
Awesome. So I'm going to need you guys both to make a dexterity check to see which one of you is able to sort of get there the quickest. Oof.
I can't roll ones. I can't roll ones.
You cannot roll the ones.
That's a 19 for me.
Yeah, nice. With a 19, you're able to get there just a bit quicker, giving you the first shot. Can you please try and calm down the animal enough to get a hold? Make another animal handling check. This one, DC 14.
I'm just sitting there now going, damn it, stupid thing, fuck.
I don't know what dragonflies eat. I can't even try and give myself advantage. I don't know how to.
Rick.
Oof, nice. You are able to make it with a 15 as you valiantly charge forward on your dragonfly mount. You go over to the blue bearded dwarf and calming the other dragonfly down enough, the dwarf is able to settle down. What do you do once he's sort of calmed a little bit?
You can thank the problem solvers. I say so to the dwarf. All right, come on. Here, hold on to this rope. We're gonna fly back down, and I pass the dwarf over the rope.
Just as he does that, I want to cast Hold Person on Finry.
I mean, so what? He's trying to take it down, and you don't want to hold Finry.
Yeah, because I'm going to hold Finry from moving, so I can be the first to touch the dwarf and not Finry, therefore win.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
go
so
ahead.
this is as I hold
As you hold out.
over.
All right, go ahead and hold person. Make that DC 13 Wisdom save, please, Finry.
It's gonna end bad. This is gonna end bad.
As you are immediately frozen in space, with a 4, you are unable to touch the dwarf. Reya, with just coming up behind, hand outstretched, this creature now calm, holding Finry in place. You reach out and comfortingly touch this dwarf on the back.
The dwarf is going to be so confused. There's just been this guy reach out to him.
The dwarf is confused, but the dwarf is also panicked. It almost died.
Announce that we're from the problem solvers.
As you guys slowly settle down this dwarf on land. Introducing another mechanic to the carnival, we have this idea of a mood tracker. If you guys do things that increase the sort of happiness and cheerfulness of the carnival, it will respond in kind, and vice versa. If you guys start to detract from that, it will get a little bit more and more sullen.
Nice.
So with rescuing this dwarf, you guys actually take your first step towards taking it from neutral onto the more sort of joyful and cheery mood.
Am I still frozen?
Yes, unless Reya drops the concentration.
I'm pretty sure I get a saving throw at the end of each of.
Yeah, at the 6-second mark, you can make another saving throw.
Yeah, I'm just going to fly this guy back and just let Finry float.
Nope.
That ain't it. another 6 seconds. By this point, they're almost on the ground.
Nope.
They
They
touch down very sort of relaxedly, and the attendants hold out.
Damn it.
And just as that happens, and the attendants now hold on to the dwarf and get everything sorted, you are free from the whole person.
Hector is in stitches. Like, is everyone back on the ground? Right.
I think everybody's sort of.
I mean, I'm not paying up. That was just rigged. Mine didn't go anywhere.
Hey, you've got a hole punch in your ticket. There's no unhole punching it. All the attendants help them out, and you guys find yourself back on the ground happily in the space.
Fantastic. Hector just goes up behind Ray, gives him a slap on the ass. He's like, that was brilliant. Well done.
So, did anyone see what spooked that poor dragonfly?
Yeah, some cloaked figure. That's what I saw.
A very specifically bird-like cloaked figure, being a kinku.
Would we know it's a kinku though?
Probably not, unless because they're definitely not common in the setting.
Did I find anything in my my children's book? I mean, the Feywild book.
You probably saw something like it, right? Like you saw bird people around, just as you saw rabbit people and fox people. These were all
cool. I'm gonna flick to that page and pull up and go, "This one of these things."
What are them?
That's right. Yeah, one of them.
That's a
Looks like a bird. Yeah,
it's a bird. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced bird.
It has no name. It's just a picture.
A bird is the word.
Looking around, having seen that picture, do I see anyone else that looks similar?
All right. You will. Let me just quickly head down there. So you will definitely need to do some form of investigation, but the adventure actually supports it. So let's have a look at what they recommend.
Suspense.
The suspense.
It's killing me.
Do I click this button or that button?
Which button do we press?
I definitely, with my invisible mage hand, I'm definitely going to begin to start untightening Ray's belt. So eventually, his pants will fall down.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Absolute course you would.
I'm not petty at all. I don't want to actually hurt him, but I wouldn't freeze him in place 100 feet in the air.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that particular idea from.
No.
I would have
That
thought you
seems
would
a
mage
little
hand. I'm going to look
out of
around for a
place.
bag of holding.
I'm more
Finry.
than 5 kilos.
Okay, I would have broken your fall a little.
Just searching. So there will be some investigation. Feel free to start by rolling that investigation check to see if you can actually see the particular creature that you're looking for.
That's a natural 20.
As you do, you try and have a look, and the creatures seem to be missing. You don't seem to see them immediately. As you look closer and closer, you start to see you see somebody perform. It is a woman that is sort of doing an audience performance. She is by the lakeside, and it is a woman in a dome. And as you walk closer, you see the dome is actually covered by water. And you guys all see this sort of mer woman. Mists gathers at the bank of the shimmering lake. Near its center, a mermaid lounges in a giant bowl, singing glorious, haunting songs that captivate spectators on the lakeshore. In response, the lake waters coalesce into magical sculptures that whirl around her as she performs. And this is one of the free attractions here at the carnival. And you're sort of seeing her sing and perform this amazing display in front of you. And as you guys are watching them perform, you see something move between the crowd, and it seems like a heckler is happening. People somebody yells out, "Boo! Sing better!" And then you, with your natural 20, see a shimmer of movement, and then you hear another yell from another part of the crowd yell out, "That was terrible! I wish I didn't pay all this money for this carnival if that's how bad it was going to be." And again, swoosh, through the space, you again hear somebody else heckle. And with your perception, you notice that it seems to be the same creature again and again. It seems to be dashing between and mimicking all of these different hecklers.
Can we get behind, or get closer to this thing and try and catch it?
Before you're able to, its heckles actually stop the mermaid mid-song. You see her sort of enthusiasm falters, and you actually the mood of the carnival drops down, negating the positive that you were able to gain before.
Can I
I'll
shout
get
out?
a lot of enjoyment out of this. I'm not sure how that'll
Can-
affect the rating, but this makes it stay. This is great.
Can I shout out? You're doing a great job. Keep it up. You're worth all the money in the world.
Make a persuasion check.
Cool. Let's see if this works. I don't know what happened before my browser just crashed on me. So let's see if this works. Probably not, because did it come through?
No.
Not yet.
I think just after he says that, I'm gonna try my best Finry impression. Say, just kidding.
16.
Yeah, so I'm going to. How am I going to rule that? I think you do help. As you see, as the Kenku begins to sort of dash between and sees you all approaching, it sort of attempts to dash away, and you yell this out, and you see the mermaid perk up a little bit, and after faltering slightly, the rest of the crowd gets behind your sort of encouragement. And quickly it turns to a bit more of encouragement, and you see it all becomes a little bit happier again as she perks up and begins her song again, as the waves again slosh and turn into these beautiful forms that dance.
And did we catch where the Kenku went?
As you do, let me double check. You do grab a quick dash as you see them rushing through, and you think you might have seen the direction that they were heading.
Where'd they go? Hector, did you see anything?
Yeah, I did. I saw. It looked like it was the same person mimicking both those criticisms. Did anybody else see that? It looked like they went in that direction.
But it was different voices, wasn't it? So that could be the same person.
Well, don't you remember when we encountered some of these similar creatures before? They're able to throw their voices and they sound.
I don't
really
think
bizarre.
that was us. I think that was a.
No, we
different
encountered Kenkus recently.
When did we encounter? I don't remember encountering
Kenkus?
Kenkus.
Yes.
When?
When?
No, that was in your campaign. No, we have not met Kenkus.
We did.
I don't remember. I
On the
don't remember
road.
this.
Remember? Remember the what?
The Ganassi.
Oh, maybe that's what they were called.
Thank
We
you.
haven't met any
From
Kenkus.
where?
We did. When the guy was under the rubble and the other guy was
No.
in the
Oh, hey,
portal.
they weren't
Those were GIF. Those were GIF.
Gif,
Yeah,
thank you.
Gif,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. K's in there. I got confused.
Oh.
All right.
No, I've never seen them before. I don't know what you're talking about, but it looked like it went that way.
All right. Let's
Well,
It
I
seems
think
like
we should.
are they trying to ruin the carnival?
That's what it sounds like.
So, are you guys spending some time searching for the Kenku?
Yeah.
Can
I want to.
can-
I don't want this
can
guy to
we?
ruin my fun.
So I'll with your perception, I think you notice very easily where they go to, and you follow them around, and they're quick. They seem to be quite adept at navigating through the space as they dash through and you finally corner them behind some tents as you see this creature there waiting for you. Did that show? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And what do you think you're doing, Mr. Burb person?
No, that's a crow. Definitely
In a
crow.
voice
bird.
that you can't imagine came from this creature, you hear, "My name is Kettlestream."
Hector stifles a laugh.
Raef's sitting there just chattering like.
I
What?
see you all following me so adeptly.
Why are you trying to disturb the carnival?
I am, in my own way, trying to find out more about this place.
Why don't you just ask someone instead of causing a commotion and ruining everyone's good time?
They won't tell me what I want to know.
What do you want to know? Maybe we can help.
Those who run this place, the two of them that they call the owners, Witch and Light. They won't tell me what happened to Zybilna or what happened to Prismir, and I won't stop causing trouble until they tell me.
Is this person telling the truth, or are they trying to pull something over our eyes?
Make an insight check.
Here we go. Let's hope it rolls better than before. Nope.
With a 2, that is a big no.
Well, that's so weird. We literally just met someone who told us those exact words that I can definitely pronounce. One of them being Prismy, the other one is sorry. Too much cotton candy, my throat's a bit dry.
I understand.
But so all we know is that it's been like there's no connection to
Zybilna.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh.
I have one question though. What are you?
I am what they call a Kenku.
Interesting. And how do you mimic all those voices? That's crazy.
It's a skill that we have.
Okay, that's creepy too.
Wait,
All right.
can you do my voice?
Can you do my voice?
So what if I spoke like this?
What if I spoke like this?
That wasn't as close, but not quite. It's pretty good.
I only can speak in ways that I can replicate others' voices. In that way, us Kenku are cursed to never have a voice of our own.
So who are you mimicking now?
I am mimicking a few people that I found over my lifetime, but that is not what is important. What is important right now is that we find out what happened to Zybilna.
Who is this Zybilna? Why do we
Zybilna
care?
is the Archfey. She was one who guarded over all of Prismir, but something has happened to her, and I can't find out what because I cannot enter.
You cannot enter what?
I cannot enter the Fey realm anymore.
Did you pay for our tickets?
I may have.
Why? I mean, it just sounds like he's avoiding the question.
I did. I needed help. I must get help. I thought if I had you all here, I'd be able to get Witch and Light to meet with me, and maybe you could all meet with them, and I could finally start to understand a bit more about what's going on.
Well, I think he's telling the truth.
You see Hector sort of coined like, Witchlight, Witch and Light.
Ah, you've done it. You've found it. The understanding of the
clever.
riddle that
It's
was their
quite
names.
But isn't there 3? That's where there's supposed to be 3 witches, right?
Oh, these are not witches. These are simply the owners and proprietors of Witchlight Carnival. The witches themselves, those you will find in Prismir.
Where would we find Witch and Light?
They hide themselves in their spaces, and they only come out to those that they wish to talk to.
I've got it. Staff only.
Staff
There it is.
only might be a good place that you might see it.
Have you looked for them in Lost Property?
No, I have not, but that may be the next place to go.
It's a good place.
Wow.
That was great. I hope. High five. High five, Raef. High five.
Are they easily recognizable? I mean, they sound like fairly important people in this particular area. How might we recognize them?
Did you happen to see them as they were entering the space? One of them typically wears a yellowish suit with a top hat. The other, a striped red and white outfit with a cane. That's he looks strongly.
I think
yes.
I think we should definitely talk to the one who doesn't look like a clown.
No, I'm with that. Yeah, definitely.
And she, the creature looks at you all and says, "I overheard them speaking. It might be of interest to you."
What did they say?
Well, Spill.
And she says, well, "This is Light's voice. Someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down." And then, following that, I was able to hear the sound of what I believe to be a witch's voice. "We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That is what you want, right?" And that was what Witch and Light were discussing yesterday.
So, Hourglass Coven, Witch and Light know what's happened.
It seems that way.
And there's a coven called the Hourglass.
As I understand, that is what is causing all of the disruption in
That's
Crispia.
a pretty dope name.
Maybe you could borrow it if you wanted sort of a dope name for your group.
Yeah. Problem Solver seems to be a bit of a placeholder, but like I was thinking maybe the Blue Balls or something, but that just doesn't ring true.
What of the circles of time?
Well, circles of well, it's
Catchy.
much better than well, we always joke around in the circles. Maybe the circle jerkers.
Finry, enough.
Yes.
You're getting very distracted. Come back to the now.
Sorry.
Come back now.
Yes.
I'm here.
We need to find out what happens, and
I
would
agree.
very much appreciate your assistance in this.
If you can lay low, maybe we can, do something like find out something. If there's no disruptions and stuff, they won't be on high alert. Then we can kind of find out what's happening.
Indeed.
No
But
clue.
yes, keep your eyes open, and by all means, find a way to talk to them. I think you might reveal a lot of information if you can corner them.
Do they appear around the carnival at all?
No, they don't. You know that there's the big event that will happen sort of on the hours that are dedicated to like the third hour as well as the 8th hour. There's those big events.
So do they appear when the monarch of the Witchlight Carnival is announced?
Yes, they might. As I understand, the vein that is used, the cane that you might have seen wielded by one of them, that is what chooses the monarch.
We have to enter the competition. Naturally, I'll probably win, but you guys, it's good to have more numbers just in case on the off chance it doesn't happen. But that way we can get some one-on-one time, and then we can ambush them and get the answers to these questions.
Do we know what time of day it is now? Like, how much time has passed?
You guys are probably on the 2nd hour now, so I'll move the time tracker up to that 2nd hour.
There's a time tracker?
It's just a little sort of
On the
icon
map.
I've put on the map.
Oh, right. Great.
Top left.
Time tracker.
Well, I didn't even notice that.
So look, we have some more time before we can get into this big top. Unless anybody has any other ideas, I think we still have to.
We could go look at the snail racing. Maybe
Or
put
the
some bets
Hall
down.
of Illusion.
I second Hall of Illusions.
Hall
That
of
sounds,
Illusion.
that sounds
Oh, it's
Illusion.
right
All
next
those.
door. Like maybe we can do both.
I mean, we just rode animals like we just rode animals, and that didn't like someone almost died.
I heard there was a little like a mystery mine down the bottom corner as well of this area. I'm dead keen to ride that ride.
I'm
Best
up
of all
for it.
three.
I mean,
I might
it's
do a
just-
little
it's a
spying
circle.
on the staff area.
You're gonna do some spying.
Do you
Yeah.
need help, Malkis? Do you need help?
So as much fun as I think all of these options are, and I really want to get to them all, it's probably going to be enough time for tonight. With all of these options for next session, it's really a good introduction to the carnival, and we'll hopefully give you all a week to kind of figure out where you want to go, and all of the different bits and pieces you might want to see.
everywhere.
Oh,
I know, Crafty, I don't want to end yet either, but sometimes you got to just leave the crowds wanting.
Hey DM, are there show bags? And is there a catalog of show bags?
I want the X-Men
I will
one.
see. I'll do some home brewing of some show bags. Make
Great.
sure that there's something to spend your money on next time around.
Always Birdie Beetle.
Just
He wants
a
to
point
buy
of-
Nerf guns and run around.
Point of,
with
point
it.
of admin. Are we bringing Kettle Stream with us as we go around the rest of these rides and things? Problem solvers?
I think most likely Kettlestream will want to continue to endeavor to like find out more about the things on her own and sort of do what she's been doing and like heckling
Okay.
to try and cause drama.
We can always message Kettle Stream.
Do we
We
now
can-
have message in the party, or does
We definitely do not have message in the party, unless I leveled up. So there's an optional thing where I can, change my cantrips out when I level up. But I don't know if that applies if I'm if I'm took a level in paladin.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah, you
paladins
can-
don't get cantrips. So,
go for it? I'll let you do that on level ups.
but I've got this other spell that I've never used before that I may use at one point, and so
He may use.
Well, look at this. I'll give you the option to do it. Whether you use it or not
Okay.
is up to you.
okay. Shit, I'll do it.
So yes, welcome to the Witchlight Carnival. Welcome to the introduction into the Feywilds. And I hope everybody is excited as I am to really delve into the fairy-esque shenanigans that are coming.
We got
Looking forward to it.
You got a massive compliment from Isabeth because she's like, "Wait, you're already doing it? Didn't it just come out 2 days ago?"
That's pretty good.
Throw
Good
caution
option.
to the
Straight
wind.
into it.
Just jump right in. It's fun.
Gonna be amazing.
Beautiful.
What could go wrong? So fun.
Nothing.
There's
Yeah,
too
man.
many options.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, no. I'm keen to see you guys all enjoy all the little bits and pieces here and just have fun, sort of respite in the fair, and hopefully we'll see that more next session.
So, like 3 sessions of the
Hopefully.
carnival before we actually get to the fairy run, right?
Oh, I would probably say that's gonna happen.
Knowing us, yes.
So thanks everybody for jumping on. Thanks again for everybody that that donated and subscribed. Crafty, big shout out to you tonight.
Massive.
MVP of the stream, 100%.
Indeed.
But we
I
still
hope
love you,
you'll always,
Inflatable Cat.
yeah. Also, I hope you'll always be able to find
Everyone
your
that comes in.
the key the first time you go to open a door. That is the DM's blessing that I pose to you. And on behalf of all of us here at Raging Rolls, just thank you for showing up and watching. And I hope that we will continue to be able to entertain you next week.
Indeed.
Are you
Thanks,
not
Inflatable.
entertained?
Bye.
Thanks,
See you
Inflatable. See you
Bye
guys.
all.
Bye.
See ya.